Every weekend starts pretty much the same in our house. A 5 a.m. alarm, two very sleepy humans, and a very excited golden retriever who somehow already knows it's park day. This is what a weekend morning with our 8-month-old golden retriever, Zasha, looks like. Every weekend we try to bring Zasha to a pet friendly park. Golden retriever puppies have endless energy, and this has become one of our favorite ways to let him just be a puppy. The only catch is that we don't have a park this close to home. So we drive about 30 minutes every weekend. It does mean waking up at 5 in the morning, but the second we see his happy little hops and the zooming runs, we remember exactly why we do it. The only sad part is car rides still are not Zasha's favorite thing. Although he's definitely getting better, we think all these little road trips have helped, and this comfy bed has made a huge difference too. We're really hoping that as he grows up, he'll start enjoying the drive as much as the destination. The drive has also become a little catch up time. It reminds us of our dating days when long drives were just about the two of us. Except now we have a funny little passenger quietly tagging along. And honestly, he's so used to us blabbering through the long car rides, we feel like he actually is comforted by our chatting. Before Zasha came into our lives, we were very much a cafe, mall, and movie kind of a couple. And honestly, we loved that life for almost 10 years. But somehow, this little guy has completely changed what weekends look like for us. Now we spend so much more time outdoors. We genuinely look forward to our walks, finding little parks, and just spending time in nature together. We still step out for coffee sometimes, but if Zasha is at home taking his nap, we both know we have about a 2 hour window before one of us says, I think we should head back. It's funny because we never used to rush home before he came into our lives. And now we can't wait to get back to him. The moment we enter the park, it's like someone presses Zasha's turbo button. He has to sniff everything, every smell is important for him, and every corner needs to be checked. And then he's off. Running around like this is probably his favorite thing in the world. We've also noticed that whenever we come here, he's such a happy, content puppy afterwards. He rests so well through the day and is much calmer at home. He still saves a little bit of energy though for his evening zoomies because apparently the morning wasn't enough. And honestly, we'd be worried if he didn't do that. Seeing him this happy just makes us wish we could bring him here every single day. But with the distance and the traffic, weekends are really the best we can do. Funny thing, but right now squirrels are basically Zasha's entire personality. The second he spots a tree, he is convinced there's a squirrel hiding somewhere. He's taken some pretty scary leaps trying to chase them, and there have been moments that have genuinely made our hearts skip a beat. So now we're constantly trying to keep a little distance from trees. Although somehow he still manages to surprise us every single time. After all that running around, it's breakfast time, and then we usually stay here for a little while before heading home. Partly because we love sitting here, but also because it's been helping Zasha get used to watching people, birds, and other dogs from a distance. Lately, he's become a little unsure when strangers or dogs come too close. We know this is quite normal at this age, so we're just taking things slowly and helping him build his confidence one outing at a time. He's actually been surprisingly good at just sitting quietly and watching the world go by ever since he was really tiny. And these quiet few moments here are honestly one of my favorite parts of the morning. Sometimes we chat, sometimes we just sit there quietly enjoying our coffee. And somehow it always feels like the busiest part of our week slows down for a little while. We usually sit there for a bit longer while Zasha just sits beside us, taking everything in. Sometimes I genuinely wonder what he's thinking about. Although knowing him, it's probably squirrels. Eventually, it's time to head back home. But not before Zasha says one last goodbye to the squirrels, right? But before we put Zasha back into the car, comes our little routine. We run a tick mitt through his fur to make sure we haven't brought back any tiny hitchhikers from the grass and wipe his paws. Although we do use a natural tick repellent collar, but we still like doing this quick check after every park visit. The ride home is always so satisfying. Within a few minutes, he's completely exhausted. He curls up in his bed with the happiest little face. And every single time, Pavneet and I look at each other and say exactly the same thing. When are we coming back? I don't think Zasha has any idea how much he has changed our lives. He probably just thinks he had a really fun morning chasing squirrels. But somehow, he's made us slow down, spend more time outside, notice little things, and completely fall in love with a version of weekends we never imagined we would have. Honestly, we wouldn't trade it for anything. Thank you so much for spending the morning with us. We'll see you in the next one.